The Archetype defeated Jacob Fatu in a vicious Hell in a Cell match. He does deserve it.
Thank you. You have been with me through a lot over the last year. But I finally punched my ticket to WrestleMania! Now, we got a WWE title match to make. So get out here, Braun Breaker!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
my name is Paul Heyman, and I stand before you tonight not as the special counsel of the blue chip off of the dog-faced block, the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Champion, Braun Breaker. No, I'm here as a friend. So please listen. Your obsession with redeeming your loss to Braun Breaker and proving yourself to me is going to destroy you. You won the right to challenge my champion at WrestleMania, but you don't have to. You walked away before, you can do it again with your dignity intact. Or you can finish your comeback on the grandest stage of them all, being wheeled out of the stadium on a stretcher.
That's a good speech, Paul. I just have one question. Does he know?
Does who know what?
Does Braun know how hard you've been trying to keep us apart? When I first came back to SmackDown, I was unstoppable. And then here comes Jey Uso. Then Jimmy. Two brothers coming together to come at me. That's the kind of thing that only occurs when someone whispers just loud enough to make real noise. Someone like the wise man. Funny how Hector ended up with the Wyatt Six after I left him behind. They didn't target him at random. Someone pointed them in the direction of a lost soul. Someone who knew exactly what kind of chaos that would unleash. Someone who wanted me trapped in that nightmare while the Royal Rumble came and went. Someone like you.
Well, congratulations. That was quite a summation. See, the thing is, my father was a great attorney, and he taught me to always be one step ahead of the prosecution. You missed something. Something big. You ever wonder why you were stuck on SmackDown all this time? Why Braun Breaker was always just out of reach? I made that happen.
Never underestimate the wise man.
Who do you think poured poison about you into Jacob Fatu's ear? Me! Again and again, I stopped you in your tracks. You had the audacity to say no to me? You were a lucky workhorse I could have turned into a thoroughbred as the next Paul Heyman guy.
That's the champion, and he does not look happy.
And neither does Paul to see his client out here.
This was not part of Heyman's master plan.
Is this all true, Paul?
Braun, I did what I did to protect you.
You think I need protecting? From him?
No. This business needs protecting from the Archetype. WWE needs protecting from the Archetype. These people need protecting from...
I'm the champion, Paul. You don't make the call. I do.
Braun, I am your oracle. Listen to me. This man...
Hold on, Heyman. I think you've forgotten something. You don't get to make matches. And you definitely don't get to stop them. It will be the WWE Champion Braun Breaker defending against the Archetype at WrestleMania.
It's official. The match we've all been waiting for. WrestleMania. Braun Breaker versus the Archetype.
And Paul Heyman just got played at his own game.
I got goosebumps, Michael. This is gonna be a straight-up classic.
Look at you, standing here, main event of WrestleMania. You took every road but the easy one.
I definitely hit some potholes along the way.
It was all worth it to get here. Maybe get the chance to knock Heyman's teeth down his throat. Not that I can officially condone that sort of thing as the general manager of Raw.
Officially.
But I can understand why you'd want to. I'm sure you've had a lot of pent-up frustration. When I showed up at your school and made you the offer to go to NXT, I saw the pain on your face when you handed that shovel to Hector.
That was not my finest moment.
You made hard choices. Some bad ones, some good ones. But they were yours.
We can reminisce more some other time. Right now, I'm focused on tonight.
Good. Now go out there and finish what you started.
Aw, look at you. All serious and stuff. Big main event energy. Finally.
Need something, Liv?
What? I'm proud of you. You made it back. Took what? 12 months? But you got off the back of that milk carton. The great archetype. Comeback story of the year. Finally getting your shot.
Everybody's path is different.
No kidding. I never would have taken the long road. Did you feel guilty for beating up that sad old man? Decided you needed to set a good example for the kids? You were almost interesting. But now, you're back to please and thank you again. You can't tell me you didn't get tired of waiting your turn. All that buildup. Anticipation.
Yeah, maybe a little. I'm not going to say I never got hungry.
See? A hungry archetype. That's one I'd pay to see. I bet he wouldn't have let Paul Heyman get away with all that manipulation. Maybe next time. Don't wait. Don't ask. Don't earn. Just take. Kick the doors down, make a mess, and smile while you do it. Trust me. Bad behavior? It's so much more fun.
I mean, it's not like I don't see your point. I do wonder why I took the exact road I did.
Ooh, I think that little voice in your head? You should start listening to her. She sounds a lot like me.
Funny thing about comebacks, everyone watches the start. Everybody watches the end. But a lot of people miss the middle.
That's too bad. That's where the real work happens.
Exactly. You've had quite the journey.
With a few detours.
Detours? No. Finding your raid underground, taking out Rikishi, battling the Wyatts, it all led here. Main event, WrestleMania.
It did.
You're going up against Paul Heyman. I know what it's like to have him in your corner, and I know what it's like to be across from his golden child. Nobody is better at elevating a wrestler's strengths and hiding their weaknesses than Paul Heyman.
Must be nice.
Oh, it is, trust me. I know as well as anyone what he brings, the good and the bad. You've got to wonder what would have changed if you had said yes to him. Between you and me, if you could go back.
There's no point in dwelling on it. I'm focused on my future, which starts tonight. The past is the past.
Yeah, you never know. Who doesn't love a good comeback story, right? Anyway, good luck out there.
Before you showed up, there was only one question anyone was asking around here.
Yeah? What was that, champ?
Is the next face of this company gonna be Braun Breaker or Jacob Fatu? Then you show back up, and even though I threw you around like a rag doll, people keep telling me the archetype should be in that conversation. Is that what you think? That you deserve to be on my level?
What you're gonna find out tonight in front of a stadium full of people is what your wise man has known this entire time. He would have been a lot better off if I was his Paul Heyman guy.
Your old school mind games ain't gonna work on me. You did yourself a favor waiting this long. If you'd come at me last year right after our first match, I'd have retired you for good. Even you knew that.
You think? Because Paul worked real hard to keep us apart. I think he saw something in that beating you gave me.
What do you think he saw? Some guy who used to be somebody getting dropped on his head?
Or one of the best of all time learning every hole in your game.
The problem with that is I got no holes in my game. I'm not some gimmick. I've known exactly who I am my entire life. A champion.
Then you're in for a rough night. Because if that's the only way you see yourself, what's the mirror gonna look like without that belt around your waist?
I'm not gonna find out because tonight, your comeback is over.
The fight is scheduled for one fall, and is for the undisputed WWE Championship. The comeback story of the decade culminates at WrestleMania.
The comeback story does culminate tonight, but is this going to be the ending the archetype dreamed of? Or will all the hard work and sacrifice end in disappointment at the hands of Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker?
Look, I'm choosing to believe the past year meant something. This isn't the same archetype who stepped back into the spotlight and got shut down. Oh no, this is a new man who put in the work, and it's about to pay off.
The archetype looks to rewrite history here tonight.
Under the guidance of Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker steps onto the grandest stage of them all.
After everything that Heyman did to put roadblocks in the Archetype's path, you have to wonder if he's on the same page with Braun Breaker here tonight.
That was just a minor speed bump on the road to WrestleMania for Breaker. By all accounts, they worked things out and are ready to walk out together with that WWE Championship.
Braun Breaker ready to shut down the Archetype once again.
Introducing the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 228 pounds, Chris Jericho! And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Braun Breaker!
The unification of the World Championship and WWE Championship in 2002 brought us the undisputed title.
The one title to rule them all.
There are matches that change the course of WWE and define eras. You can feel it in the air. Braun Breaker versus the Archetype. The new match is one of those.
I have to agree with you. There is a sense of destiny in the air at WrestleMania tonight.
And they both feel it. Braun and the Archetype came here looking for a fight. And they're gonna get it.
Nice reversal into the head scissors.
Punch lands.
Oh, man!
Off the ropes. And an elbow drop to the sternum.
Northern Lights. Down for the pin. 2. The champ just beats the 3 count.
Kicking out by the skin of his teeth, man.
And another just non-stop aggression.
And if the first stomp doesn't send you the message, the follow-up ones definitely will. With the exclamation point.
Breaker can't seem to get out of harm's way.
Breaker needs to find that spark and rally.
He is looking to do some serious harm. Oh, he timed that counter well. The WWE Championship is on the line on the grandest stage of them all. Braun Breaker is defending against the Archetype, and Paul Heyman looks concerned that he's about to lose his meal ticket.
Tackled down to the ground.
Waistlock applied and launched into a German suplex.
Vicious, aggressive attacks. And with an onslaught of strikes like that, it's clear they have nothing but punishment on their mind.
Going for the big title of the ride.
Gets the shoulder up. Wow, what's it going to take?
He is far from being put away here, that's for certain.
Some might see that as a weapon, but a manager's just making sure the area is safe for his client.
He's looking to go high risk from the top rope. The official clearing the area as this match continues on. Here we go. Uh-oh. Look at the power
To retain the title.
Only a 1 count before the kick out. Still in it.
Off the ropes, there's a reversal. Good God! Picked out of midair into a power slam.
Stops that offense from connecting. Stops the kick. Dueling reversals.
Both wrists captured and boom! Good night. What a knee.
Turns it into a pin attempt, and the champion gets a shoulder up just before 2.
Got to change something up with the pin technique. A measure of Oz.
Making way toward the top rope.
Take off.
Diving foot stomp.
Brutal. Oh, man, this might be it.
There's 2. Forces the shoulder up after 2.
There it is, that fighting spirit, doing whatever you can to power through and stay in this thing.
Flashback.
Cover. New champ incoming.
Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
And you got to think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Oh, no. Why are they clearing off our announce table?
Well, I've got a feeling we're about to find out very soon.
Looks like he's got something in mind for ringside here.
Shin breaker. Bowing right in front of us now.
We might need to clear out of here.
Damage starting to affect the challenger.
Braun's decision-making clearly looked effective there.
German suplex.
He's got to make some moves here or suffer the countout.
And he's going to the top.
Placed on the table.
Oh, look out. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
Title in the balance with the pin.
Emphatic kick out from the champion.
This has been a hard-fought match. The calls are only going to get closer.
Enziguri
Out of the corner.
Trying to get back to his feet with no clue of what's waiting for him.
Knees to the face.
pin. Title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
Barely kicks out.
It's clearly taken a lot out of them to still kick out at this point, but he knows it's worth it.
And hold on, are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all? Oh my God, what an elbow! Could that be enough to gain the
Going
title?
for the cover. What a kick out at 2.
Using everything in them to protect the title.
And you can sense that it.
Chucking his opponent to the outside, surveying the situation, picking up speed.
Flying out of the ring like a rocket.
Packing some jet fuel on that one.
Oh my goodness, diving moonsault.
Just took that high risk and got that high reward. Big time. Oh yeah, man.
You really have to hand it to them tonight.
What a showing from these competitors.
Wants to finish this.
From way up, diving double axe handle. Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
Going right into the pin attempt.
There's 2.
The moment that Paul Heyman feared the most just happened on the grandest stage of them all.
Nonetheless, the comeback is complete. We have a new, undisputed WWE Champion.
Any criticism that Paul Heyman coddled or protected Bron Breakker, that's just going to get louder.
Hold that thought, Wade. What is Paul Heyman doing?
He's heading back to the ring.
Heyman does not know when to quit.
The champ senses something's up.
Is Paul Heyman begging to jump ship?
But imagine what we can do together.
This is a pivotal moment that could shape the rest of the champion's career and the future of WWE.
After everything the Archetype has been through, how can he forget all that and side with Heyman?
Better to keep your enemies closer.
Like it or not, the Archetype and Paul Heyman now sit at the top of WWE.
For Booker T, Wade Barrett, Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and this has been WrestleMania.
You and me, the Archetype and the Wise Man, finally working together. It just feels right, doesn't it?
Let's just make one thing clear, Paul. This arrangement doesn't mean I've changed who I am. It was simply a business decision. Now that I've climbed the mountain again and become WWE champion, I want to stay here as long as possible. And you're going to help me do that. But it has to be above board.
Understood, my Archetype. I will provide you with invaluable counsel and leave any unscrupulous behaviors in my past. You have my word.
All right. What do you have lined up for my first title defense?
I expect this to be a quick one. What do you think?